The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi's son, has called on former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello to submit to a probe by the EFCC over alleged corrupt practices. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, President Bello Tinubu has issued a stern warning to ethnic agitators threatening Nigerians' sovereignty following the invasion of the Oyo State House of Assembly complex by Yoruba Nation agitators. A statement by presidential spokesman Ajuri Ngalale said that in a meeting with leaders of the Yoruba socio-cultural body Afenifere, Tinubu warned that those attempting to undermine Nigerians' unity will face the full consequences of their actions. The president reaffirmed his commitments to the country's unity and constitutional democracy, highlighting progress in the fight against insurgency and kidnapping, and emphasized his administration's unrelenting effort to ensure security and stability across the nation. At number 2, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi's son, has called on former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello to submit to a probe by the EFCC over alleged corrupt practices. Fagbemi Thursday, in a statement, criticized the use of immunity by the incumbent governor, Ahmed Ododo, to prevent Bello's arrest, describing it as disquieting. He reiterated that institutions like the EFCC should be allowed to function effectively and efficiently, urging all individuals, including public officials, to honor invitations from law enforcement agencies and follow the rule of law. Meanwhile, the former governor was notably absent from the Federal High Court in Abuja, where he was scheduled to be arraigned by the EFCC over alleged money laundering amounting to 84 billion naira. Consequently, Justice Emeka Wite adjourned the suit to April 23rd. At number 3, a Federal High Court in Abuja has rejected an application by former Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano challenging the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's authority to prosecute him. Obiano was arraigned on January 24th and is facing 9 charges related to alleged 4 billion naira theft. In a preliminary objection filed by the defendant through his lawyer Onyechi Ikpeazu son, Obiano argued that the EFCC lacks the power to prosecute him. He also called for the charges to be quashed, citing abuse of court process and absence of a prima facie case. However, Justice Iyong Ekwo ruled that Obiano's application lacked merit and should be dismissed, allowing the prosecution to proceed. At number 4, lead counsel to Nnamdi Kanu Aloy Ejimako has expressed concern over limited access to confer with Kanu, hindering their defense preparation against charges bordering on the death penalty. Addressing journalists in Abuja, Ejimako stated that their conversations with Kanu are closely monitored, impeding their ability to prepare a robust defense. During the trial, Ejimako requested fair hearing safeguards for his client before the terrorism trial commences. He cited Section 36 of the Nigerian Constitution, which guarantees a fair hearing, noting that without such access, a proper defense cannot be ensured. At number 5, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has reduced the loan-to-deposit ratio (LDR) for deposit money banks from 65% to 50% in a bid to enhance their lending capacity. The decision was outlined in a letter from CBN's acting director of the Banking Supervision Department, Dr. Adetona Adedeji. Adedeji stated that the reduction aims to align the LDR policy with the current contractionary monetary stance of the CBN. He added that this is part of CBN's broader efforts to tighten monetary policy and stimulate lending in the real sector of the economy. Banks are now required to maintain the new LDR level, and average daily figures will be used to assess compliance. The adjustment in the LDR is expected to increase banks' lending capacity, supporting economic growth and development in Nigeria. At number 6, a yet-to-be-identified bandit in Zamfara State has requested a peace negotiation with Governor Dauda Lawal. In a video making the rounds on social media, the bandits, dressed in a kaftan and a weapon and surrounded by others, expressed regret over the destruction of farmlands by Fulani cattle in the state and called for dialogue to address their grievances. He urged the governor to convene a meeting with the Fulani community to discuss their demands for peace in the state. At number 7, the Lagos State Police Command has issued a public apology for a mix-up in the arrest of a popular Nigerian disc jockey, Obiano Catherine Uday, also known as DJ Switch. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Superintendent Benjamin Hundeyin, clarified that the arrested individual was DJ Commissioner YC, not DJ Switch, and apologized for the confusion caused to media outlets like Linda Ikeji, BBC, and TVC. Media outlets had reported DJ Switch's arrest for allegedly obstructing police, resisting arrest, and assaulting officers. But DJ Switch denied these allegations and criticized the media for false reporting and defamation of character. She, however, accepted the apology from the State Police Command. At number 8, the Football Association (FA) has announced that the FA Cup replays will be scrapped from the first round onwards starting next season, as part of an agreement with the Premier League. The decision comes in light of changes to the calendar driven by the expanded UEFA competitions. The association stated that from next season the Champions League will feature an extra 64 games, creating increased pressure on the domestic calendar. All rounds of the FA Cup, including the 5th round, which has been played in midweek for the past 5 seasons, will now be played at weekends. The agreement, part of a 6-year deal, will also see the removal of the mid-season break from the calendar, with the Premier League starting the 2024 and 2025 season in mid-August to give players a consecutive 3-week break. At number 9, Google has fired 28 employees in connection with sit-in protests at 2 of its offices this week, according to an internal memo obtained by The Verge. The firings came after 9 employees were suspended and then arrested in New York and California on Tuesday. In a memo sent to all employees on Wednesday, Chris Rakow, Google's head of global security, said that behavior like this has no place in our workplace and we will not tolerate it. Employees affiliated with the No Tech for Apartheid campaign called the terminations a flagrant act of retaliation, claiming that even those who did not directly participate in the protests were fired. Google maintains that the $1.2 billion Project Nimbus contract with the Israeli government does not involve sensitive or military workloads, but protesters argue that it supports the development of military tools. Finally, at number 10, Afghanistan's National Disaster Authority has reported an increase in flood-related casualties, with 70 people confirmed dead and over 50 others injured. Spokesman Mullah Janan Saeed announced the toll, noting that over the past week, more than 2,500 homes were destroyed or damaged, and over 2,000 livestock perished due to rainstorms and flooding. The country's Meteorological Directorate has forecasted more rains over the next 4 days, exacerbating the situation in the 34 provinces affected by floods and isolated snowfall since Friday. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.